Folks, it is now time. The King of Aquitaine is once again calling his soldiers, once again calling his vassals, and all free men that want to serve in the army of the king. Today, we do not just fight for justice, for the crown, for Christianity. We fight against essentially a literal demon within the realm. It is honestly breathtaking. It is insane just what sort of comical evil Juan Mare Ida of Italy has brought upon this realm and the world. Let's take a look at this. She is a murderer. The murderer of Duke Guillaume II and of Margarida de Forest, clearly going in there, making sure that nobody inherits in a way that would, be to her discomfort. Duke Guillaume II right here had to perish so that she would inherit all of his titles and unify, well, the territories north and south of the Alps. She is a witch on top of that, and she is in love with her father. We gave her time. I have to say it. We gave her time. We said, Ida, listen, this is completely absurd. This is terrible. I need you to repent. And then we found out she was a witch. Then we found out that when some of these Satan worshippers were in our very own bedchamber, they probably were there on the behest of Juan Mare Ida. This is terrible. And on a meta level, I will tell you right now, it actually did put me in front of a challenge. I liked the fundamental idea that if she were to die, Italy would get huge chunks of our realm. I really enjoyed that because it would put us in, or rather on a bit of a trajectory where we would have to fight Italy. We would have to try to reassemble the realm. But I'll be honest with you. With what she is and with what we know about her, it is essentially not possible for me to say I will simply give you a slap on the wrist and then you can continue. Because she is evil incarnate, and that is, again, on the meta level, not just something that I sort of saw going against the plans of the world. Again, not the biggest fan of that, but what I personally genuinely do not like in CK2 at all is the notion that every single devil worshipper is completely and utterly comically evil. In CK2 you have that event where you literally just walk past a house and go, you know what, let's massacre everybody inside in the most gruesome way possible, and it's just... it feels so out of context, it feels so ridiculous, and yet we have a person just like that in front of us here. I have to find an arrangement here, because obviously, for me initially, I will tell you, this broke immersion, that she is as radical, as insane as she is, but then again, who knows? Who knows what it means, right? Our king may not be paranoid, but we have established in the past that he was quite wary of everything related to witchcraft, to demons, and so on. And with that, I will keep Duke Piares here. I will keep him on finding secrets. Maybe we can find the rest of her circle, because that is the greatest goal that I have. How we exactly are going to be dealing with her and with her sons is something that I haven't thought about yet. Even if you think about it, her sons might not be the King of Italy's sons. They may be the sons of her father. I have to investigate the Italian code, I think. I think we have to do so many things. First things first, however, let's wage a war against a literal Satan worshipper. Together with Rey Adelfonso IV, I'm sure, yeah, he's going to win his war, and then he will come to our aid here. I think we can get this done. Lotharingia is also coming our way, although, of course, they are busy themselves against, who is this? Duke Adrien of Upper Lorraine. I believe that he will win this. I believe that he has this. It's unbelievable to me that, we have this huge coalition, and in all fairness, they don't even know yet that she is a witch. Honestly, quite frankly, I'm going to reveal it right now, just so that everybody understands why I am doing this, why I'm going so radical against her. I do want to say I'm not going to min-max, potentially revoking titles, banishment, etc., etc. That's not how we play this game. Shouldn't come as a surprise, of course, if you've been watching, but I just wanted to mention it just to make it clear. With these two here, I think we're going to be pretty good and in a position of actually being able to destroy her. Despite our best efforts, my agents have yet to uncover any secrets here at court. I will give it one more check here. If there's anything, we shall find it, and then we will go from there. With suspicion, I took Stephanie out playing with a bow, and to my surprise, she ran into a wounded doe. She later lashed out at me, thinking I had staged the whole encounter as some kind of test. Stephanie Carling Retest. She is going to marry Prince Vela. She is the daughter of Prince Jacques, right? This is the child that was handed to us in terms of, a ward that we have. She could become paranoid. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure. Would I do this? There is actually something to be said where I might actually have done it. Where I could have done this so that she might very well have a success experience. She is sick. Her father has sort of pushed her out of his court, and he, of course, more importantly, lost the dignity of being the King of France. Make certain it is not you. I think I'm going to say, yes, it was certainly a test. Well done, Stephanie. I want to rewrite this statement here. I will basically say I just meant the best for you, but she takes the wrong lesson here. She comes out paranoid. I think that does make sense in a, again, this misunderstanding between children and their parents. Well, not parents, but their guardians. Now, let's fight them. Oh, and you are blocking my view. Definitely don't do that. Duke Piares Lopez is also leading our army right here. I could do it. You know what? I could do it. And I think I should. I think I will. More importantly, what are you doing? Are you at war? Your son is under attack. Your nephew attacks. What is happening here? You are attacking Prince Aznar II. So you are being defended with her. Of course, she is completely shut off, however. I am going against her, and you are on the side of Condegil. I would like, you know what? This is not the time to be in this war with that lady. I need you to stop that war immediately. Let me see whether I can... Ooh, okay, from him I could only demand surrender. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. Condegil, I would like you to stop this war. End Dynasty War. I will do it again and again, at the very least right now, because she is, of course, a witch. And I don't want my son associated with her. And you know what? That's actually a good question. Why are you associated with her? You have the marriage. Ah, it is Peyronel de Tours. Of course it is. That is a marriage that I might even support. See, I talked about this in the last episode. Bernard Gelonès, and we cannot tell exactly whose child he is, or rather whose father he has. What I'm thinking is, if I could get him to be a vassal of mine, maybe I could have him as a vassal in Juan Merida's stead. That's an interesting conundrum, I think. I don't dislike the dynasty per se, but I cannot deal with her and her witchcraft, although it could also just be one of the witches. Now, anyway, let's have this battle. Who's commanding their army? It is Juan Merida. This is us two crashing into one another. Now, let's see, can we actually win it? It is equal, and now we are superior indeed. And there you have it. Azaldon Piares Vasconia killed Kuhn's Jocelyn. That is my son. My son Piares is making me more than proud. The battle as a whole, it seems, was quite decisive. Look at that. When we win, when we do win, our horses are so efficient in hunting down these fools. Oh, actually, you know what? Now that I look at it. Oh, yeah, no, look at that. Total kills. Let's go into the pursuit phase. Half of the kills they had were only in the pursuit phase. That is quite significant. What else happened? We have a wounded Ponce, and then we have a Rogier wounded. Wow, he's a... What is this? Oh my god. Look at this beast. Kunz François of Auvergne. He's incredible. Anyway, Roger was wounded. Then we had Mère Mathieu, also wounded. And then the death of Kunz Jocelyn of Montpellier. Well, you know how it is. You had it coming if you serve in her army. She is, after all, a witch. A keen eye. Louis seemed to enjoy our latest feast immensely. Of all things, he could not stop talking about the rich clothes and glittering gold he saw there. Right, greedy. I mean, we are not exactly greedy. We are very much temperate, but so is he. You know, greed in this case might just mean that he grew up in the years in which we didn't have any money, and he resented that experience. These are the trappings of power by which our world is ruled. I mean, that is a reality that he has to learn. He definitely overreaches. We are not a greedy man, but we do acknowledge the value and the power that monetary means have, and look at that. We caught them. I think that is going to be a full wipe. We finally have a full experience. We're winning a war, and we're winning a war incredibly decisively. Now let's siege down these counties here. Montpellier will fall into our hands when we revoke Languedoc. I don't think he will fall into our hands directly. I think he would have if his father, because his capital was in Montpellier. So basically, we are going to get a vassal here. I hope that the child doesn't mind that his father, of course, perished because of us. It was what it had to be. You have to understand, my child, that I didn't do that with any pleasure. After learning that Roine Catalina would be guesting at a manor in the village of Cognac, I realized that it would be the perfect occasion to meet her. And with that, we have indeed befriended her. I'm a big fan. I absolutely like this. We have one more friend, and that is, of course, very important. By the way, Did we lose anybody here? They lost someone, and we didn't take any damage whatsoever. I do think finding an additional friend in these troublesome times could be very important. You know, Duke Piares Lopez has given us great service. He has truly done everything he can in his power, you know, when it comes to finding the secrets within our realm. Our neighbor's on attack. Let me just check this. He just died. I mean, fair enough. Wait a minute. You were the king of Andalusia, and your children don't have it, so I thought maybe your grandchildren. But where did it go to? A distant relative, I guess. Malik Hussein Ibn Mariam is being attacked, but it is merely a tourney war, and I can't say that I care too much for that. Let's keep sieging. Let's win this war. Let's get this one bagged. And you know what? Before we actually do anything, you can stop investigating then. If you believe that you can't find anything, I will actually send you to Italy. I need to know whether there's anything going on over there with the children of this woman. You can ransom Count Hubert. I'm going to keep him there until after the war. I actually want a hook on him. Maybe so that I can push him further into service. I can lawfully imprison her. I mean, that is what I'm doing here. I don't think anything else needs to be done right now. Obviously, we have this. This has 13 more years. We need to repair that crown. I'm not too certain about the rest. Oh, and we have a sword. Comes Hubert's sword. Well, I mean, wow. Can I just... Levy reinforcement rate plus 40% is insane. That is excellent. For an artifact that is tier 1. That makes it so that we can recover from any loss in no time whatsoever. Guillaume here has died. He was the Duke of Zaragoza, the Count of Zaragoza. This was the father of the witch. And it does make me wonder, he is a dynastic kinslayer. Is he also a witcher? Was he a hexer? I am so unhappy about this entire family. I am so concerned that Roi Hildebert is part of these schemes. These machinations, but we may never see. Befriend scheme power, strengthen that. I will definitely go down that entire tree, and then we will shift our focus. You've also finished the task. Ooh, you have finished the task, actually. That is great news. Is losing your hours? I don't think that is ours. Do we have anything else that we need to take a look at? I don't think we do. No, we're looking good. Alright, so in that case, why don't you simply manage the Royal Guards? Knight effectiveness going up would be huge. Enemy hostile scheme success chance. You know, that is not that big, but I am focusing on the knights. We need to push them up. We need to push them higher. So that we can win our wars. So that we are defended against the witch. Oh, wow. Additional taxes. This is huge. Lope II coming in clutch, making sure that we will definitely not go bankrupt as we win this war. Big supporter of that for sure. And you have your own war now, huh? Oh. Against the tourney. Man, the AI, and I understand it, right? But the AI is so eager. He has 2.7k troops. They are so eager to take revenge. I've seen it here with my brother as well, of course. Prince Asner II, constantly his tyranny wars, but man. I'm gonna accept, of course, but listen, buddy, I'm busy. Haven't you seen that I am doing things, that I am trying to get rid of a witch? Ally joins war. Wait a minute. You joined, right? That is fine. You benefited from tutelage. All of that, I think, is perfectly reasonable. Are you, by the way, in prison? Or are you in... I will move you to house arrest. You are an honorable man, Kunzubert. At least I believe you are. You don't really like her. Maybe you are actually better than your name gives me the impression. Well, not your name, but your service to her. And you just declared war against me. What? Ah, I see. I see how it is. You have a tribal, ally, and that made you think that you should wage war against me, Princess Cecilia. Huh. Well, if that is the direction that you want to take, and that actually is very interesting to me, because it really does mean. Oh, didn't know. There she is, Captain. Right, she married him. I can't invite you anymore because you are technically at a court. Ah, that is such a shame. So I can't push her claim. Bringing order to this region by bringing a new order to Great Moravia, I do think that could be kind of neat, but... Viennois, huh? Is that so? Is that so? I will call in my allies, my friends, all the people that ought to serve me. Well, not serve me, but serve me in this endeavor. And I will crush you. What are you thinking? Coming for the King of Aquitaine. Trying to disturb the Lord of Lords. Of course, I shall join you in this war. Thank you, of course. We're gonna have a lot of those. It's perfectly fine. What is that? Familial reputation. Conde Yimeno gained 20 opinion of me. Thank you, my wife. Conde Yimeno, my cousin. That is good. Family must be standing together. It is very important. I think it is the most important aspect for this character after his father had been so disappointing with everything related to this. And now, let's strike another battle and let's make sure that we win. I think we will have an easy time there. My god, there's so many notifications. So many, of course, related to allies joining us. I think we can actually dismiss all of these. Yeah, the war will still go, I think, for quite some time. Did you call in the ally? Yeah, he did, or she did. So we will now have to be prepared for all of that, but let's just focus on the more important war, which is this one, of course, against our nemesis. I hope that I could capture her, maybe, in this very battle. You wounded Gilbert. I like it. Very, very thankful for this. Yaris Vasconia wounded Kunst Theodorico. I'm telling you, we are destroying this time around. Please capture her. I really wanted her to be captured. We got Mayor Mathieu of Olo instead. Well... Espionage murder, wait a minute. While performing his duties as my son Belan, he is investigating in Italy, right? He found out that Liutprand of Friuli is scheming to kill Herzog Guido. No, actually, he killed him. Okay, I mean, it is none of our concern. I will reveal you, I will tell you this much, because... No, I will reveal you actually once we stop spying there. Obviously, mechanically, there's no difference, but I don't want to be found out, and I will reveal what we find once we are done with the investigation in the first place. Right now, we are still very much investigating. And there we have it. Duke Piares Lopez is now my friend as well, as it should be. Keeping time. A lesser nobleman in my realm gave me an hourglass as a gift. It should help me keep track of time. Oh, very nice. Efficient time, diplomacy, and stewardship. I like it. Now let me ask you, Conde Anfos, you also have struggled in this war. He was a knight that actually killed somebody, or at least wounded them. I want to be friends with you. I want to be friends with all the people that when things came crushing down, when Aquitaine was challenged by a witch, that stood with me. I will reward every single one of them once all of this is over. Oh, and we did capture somebody important here, didn't we? Prince Aubry of Italy. Prince Aubry of Italy. I don't want to torture him. Obviously, you know, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking I would love to know a way that would enable me to actually know whether he is her son or not. I don't think he knows even, but we have him in prison and I will keep him exactly there. Now, for your mother, however, she is still not in our prison despite needing to be. Let's get this done. Ooh, and you want Belasquita to visit you in Le Puy. You know what? I don't have any problem with that. You are ruling in Auvergne, of course, it makes sense. And you are my daughter, Princess Belasquita Fakirs. I will honestly note that down. Gerard III, he may very well be in the position of getting married to her if they do have a good relationship. Nothing wrong with an internal marriage that secures the realm. And they thought they could get away. Come on, capture Ida. Capture Ida this time around and we can succeed. We still didn't get her. How did this battle go, however? Let's see, we completely... Yeah, this is just... We are devastating them. We are destroying them. Oh. And there he goes, I guess. Colonel de Tours. I talked about him earlier, right? She is now without a husband. 31 years of age still. She is, of course, the daughter of my original wife. Somebody pointed that out, that she was never my daughter. She was the daughter my wife had before we married. Now he died in combat. Indeed he did. He chose the side, quite clearly. I considered giving him the lands after everything was said and done, but now, I mean, all of this is over. All of this is done and dealt with. Well, while we are here, let's show them what it means. To attack me, to attack us, and to try to deal... I see, we're gout-ridden. To try to deal a blow to somebody fighting a witch. Gout-ridden, the price of indulgence. My court is renowned for having luxuriant, relentless servings of food. As my feet start swelling, it dawns that many of us might have to prepare for relentless pain too. You have my sympathies, my lord. I have a few ideas which might lessen the symptoms of your gout. Right, I do think Asna is plagued by swollen joints, making movement painful and the skin tender and red. I think it is too late for caution. Zentulo, my primas. We are still gout-ridden, we're disfigured, we are wounded. We're near death. Zentulo gave me a draught which tasted most peculiar. It made me feel numb and my eyelids started dropping. I apologize, my lord, but you do not want to be awake for this next part, he said. Panic hit me and I tried to get up from the operating table, but my limbs would not obey. I thought it would be impossible to feel worse than I already did, but Zentulo sure proved me wrong. He should die. It's ridiculous that because I'm just, I can't do it. Guards, put him under lock and key. Absolutely. Put him under lock and key. Am I gonna be dying here? Is this it? Certainly seems like it, doesn't it? I could employ somebody, my son and Zaldun. Cousin, court tutor. You're all very bad at it. You're all absolutely terribly at it. But Elizabeth has served in this court for quite some time. Maybe she can help me. Maybe she can save my life. For the moment, let's just try to take them apart right here. Let's try to deal them a heavy blow. Oh, they're just marching off, huh? They're just marching off. Now, what do we have here? We have Payan of Bourbon under attack by Kunz Richard of Jaligny. I don't think that concerns me too much as of right now. Let's aid them. This war's over. It is a white piece. I couldn't have gotten involved either way, so don't sweat it. They are still sieging. And I think I do need to go and try to intervene there. He is winning a battle against Zaragoza. That is very, very helpful. I appreciate that. You are sieging my son. I see what you're doing. Oh, wait, this is Armagnac. Oh, okay, I thought it was Toulouse. I thought the AI actually had become incredibly intelligent, but no, very much not. And he didn't find anything. So maybe the King of Italy is rightfully the King of Italy. Very well, you know best. You know what? Could you do me one more favor? Go to the witch's town. See whether you can find anything down there. Now, for the moment, let's win the war here for or against Viennois. Cancer. Can't believe I'm still alive. Be cautious. Yeah, I should have been cautious as well. If you don't have a great court position, then you shouldn't probably take the risk that I took there. But the Gout did worry me. I had so many more things planned and none of them could come to pass. We will win both battles here, actually. That is very significant. I mean, they are merely tribal savages. Not much to be expected from them, I would argue. We could go directly for their capital. Maybe we should. Maybe we should. To finish it off. Son taken prisoner. He was taken prisoner, and with that he actually loses the war. Wait a minute. That means he gets kicked out. Oh, you're no longer Elizabeth Parish. That's not good. Piaris. I don't think you are the person that I want in that. Answer. Why not? And then court tutor. I like the idea. She actually did quite a good job. Then again, Piaris is pretty good about this, huh? You know what? Piaris, why don't you do it? Now, either way, this war, doesn't it mean that he will step down? Yeah, he stepped down. And I do think this changes succession yet again, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Huh. This child is now in power. I think, ultimately, the way you have to see this is that, of course, we get news that a puppet child, well, our grandson, but yet, nonetheless, a puppet was put into control of Poitiers. But I can't deal with that. I don't have the time or the resources right now while I am in these wars to actually deal with that. And to get a good arrangement for inheritance and such, I don't think that we currently can afford dealing with that indeed. You know what, while we are out here, while we are dealing with this war, let me check. We have Piaris, and I mean, he has served. He has served, and he has killed. He has killed, indeed. You know what? After everything, Prince Piaris Fakirs, after everything, I would like to be a friend of yours. You have proven that you do stand with me. You have proven that you do stand with me. Let's see whether we can't become friends after all of this. After the missteps that you have made. Ooh. You brought a claim on me. These sons of guns. And Aubry died from his wounds. He died in, well, not my prison, but in my house arrest. Huh. Huh. How much have we played in this episode? Because it feels like 1,000 things have happened. You know, in some decades, the content of weeks happens, and in some weeks, the content of decades happen. That is the feeling that I'm getting right now. We are gonna see a battle here, and that is very, very worrisome. You can't find anything in a capital. You know what? You know what is best. Just defend me. My chambellan has find out that somebody wants to kill me. You know what? You do need to find out about this. Could I technically... Can't I just still tell him? Find out about something in Carcassonne. Absolutely. You know what? Try again. Somebody's trying to kill me. You can't just return. She wants to be temperate. I absolutely support this. Can't make you learn a language right now. You are my guest and ward. But I guess you're not directly my child, so I can't actually deal with that. Either way. We need to finish this siege. We need to win all of this. It needs to be done and dealt with. Oh my god, and there it goes. I have died. Erreger Asna, the first of Aquitaine, has finally found peace at 58 years of age. He died gout-ridden. A shameless fornicator, he will be remembered for his uncontrollable and insidious lust. That's a very bad flavor text. He ruled for 29 years. He ruled for 29 years. And now I only hold the Condado of Comminges. I lost Carcassonne. Wait, what? Oh. Oh. Inheritance came in. I am Prince Vela Fakirs. The weakest of them all. 13 years of age. I am back to being a count. And I think that is actually the most exciting twist that could have happened to me. Because this means that I'm no longer in the position of being in control, of getting everything done. Prince Vela Fakirs isn't that powerful. Prince Vela Fakirs may want to be that powerful, but he's not king. The king is Erreger Asna II Lopez of Aquitaine, my nephew. I like this direction. Listen, I know we come from a great position of power, but inheritance, the way it works, it gives you a random eligible heir out of all of your heirs. I am excited that after all this drama, and we didn't even reveal everything, if you remember, we revealed her to be a witch, but that was about it. After all this drama, I will not be the one to make the decision of what happens with Juan Merida. In the next episode, I think we're going to spend just a solid 10 minutes straight up just examining the world, trying to see where we are, what we can do, and maybe more importantly, who we are. Prince Vela Fakirs of Aquitaine is our new character.